Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Do you think marriage changes someone who runs from closeness? A lot of people believe that. They think once we're married, they'll settle. Once they know I'm committed, they'll feel safe. Once we have a home together, things will calm down. Once they choose me officially, the distance will stop. Look, people ask me this more than you'd think. They're dating someone hot and cold, emotionally slippery, hard to read, and they believe the wedding ring is going to fix what the relationship couldn't. And I understand why. Because when you love someone, you naturally want to believe commitment creates security. But commitment does not automatically create intimacy. That's the part people miss. You can marry someone who chose you and still feel deeply alone. Think about this for a second. You finally get the proposal. You finally get the weddings, the honeymoon. And then one night you realize they're here physically, but emotionally still somewhere else. That's the truth moment. Marriage can lock in access. It cannot force vulnerability. It can formalize partnership. It cannot create emotional availability. And if someone avoids closeness before marriage, many times they bring the same operating system into marriage. Now, let's be fair. Not every avoidant person is evil. Not every emotionally distant person is malicious. Some are wounded, some are shut down. Some learned early that needing people felt dangerous. But if you marry that dynamic without understanding it, you may suffer deeply. What does life often look like? Let's talk real. You may become the emotional initiator for years. You start the hard talks. You bring up connection. You ask what's wrong. You ask how they feel. You ask why they're cold. You ask why they disappeared into work, hobbies, screens, silence. And after a while, you get tired of always being the one carrying intimacy. You may feel lonely while sleeping next to someone. That's one of the strangest pains there is. You're not single, you're not abandoned, but you feel unseen. Then confusion starts, because sometimes they can be warm, sometimes funny, sometimes affectionate, sometimes generous, sometimes loving. So you think, see, it's there. Then it disappears again. Now you're chasing patterns, trying to earn consistency from someone who gives it in flashes. And that can make a sane person feel crazy. Another thing that often happens, you start lowering your needs. You tell yourself, they're just tired. They had a hard childhood. They show love differently. They're stressed. They're not expressive. All of that can be true. But if your real needs never get met, truth doesn't comfort you much at 2 a.m. Honestly, many people in these marriages slowly become emotionally starved and don't even realize it. They adapt, they numb, they stop asking. They become easy to live with, but inside they're grieving. Now let me say something important. Avoidant people often love in the way they can, not in the way you need. That's a huge difference. They may provide, they may stay faithful, they may be decent parents, they may do responsibilities. But if you need warmth, depth, reassurance, emotional responsiveness, when those things really come, pain builds quietly. And because there's no dramatic scandal, people around you may not understand. They'll say, but they're a good person, but they work hard, but they came home, but they didn't cheat. Okay, and yet you feel alone. Both things can be true. By the way, if this video is speaking to something you've lived, like it, follow the channel, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs language for what they've been living. A lot of people are living this and can't explain it. Now, does every marriage to an avoidant fail? No, absolutely not. Some become more aware, some do therapy, some learn emotional skills, some soften with age, some genuinely want to grow. That changes everything. The danger is not avoidant. The danger is avoidant with no insight, avoidant with no accountability, avoidant who says you're too needy every time you ask for closeness. That version can hurt you for decades. Let me tell you something else. A lot of people don't marry an avoidant because they feel secure. They marry them because intermittent affection is addictive. When warmth comes in little bursts, it can feel incredibly valuable. You treasure what should be normal. One vulnerable conversation feels like gold. One affectionate weekend feels like proof. One deep hug feels like salvation. And now you're attached to scarcity. That's dangerous. So what should you ask before marriage? Not, do they love me? Wrong question. Ask, can they repair after conflict? Can they talk honestly? Can they handle my feelings without punishing me? Can they stay present during discomfort? Can they be consistent? Do I feel calm with them or chronically hungry? That last one matters a lot because chemistry can hide starvation. If you're already married to one, then what? First, stop pretending the issue is small if it isn't. Name it. Second, stop asking for crumbs like they're luxury items. Third, ask specific behaviors, not vague love. Examples: I need weekly check-ins. I need respectful communication. I need us to discuss conflict without shutdown. I need affection initiated sometimes. I need honesty. Then watch response. Not promises, response. Some people say all the right words and change nothing. Others struggle but genuinely try. That distinction matters. And if nothing changes, then you have hard decisions. Not because they're evil, because your life matters too. Your nervous system matters. Your years matter. Your heart matters. Look, many people thought marriage would finally make them feel chosen. Instead, it made them face a painful truth. Being chosen is not the same as being emotionally held. Sit with that. Being picked is not the same as being loved well. And if you're hearing this with tears in your eyes right now, you're not the only one. So many people live this exact private loneliness. If you need support sorting through your own relationship, you can book a one-on-one session through the link in my bio or contact me through Pop Call for chat, voice, or video. And remember this tonight. A ring can symbolize commitment. It cannot substitute for connection.